Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now there's a story here concerning SHA, and this story has been talked about by so many people. And one particular person I'd like us to look at is lawyer Otieno, who reacted after 20 million was sent to a ghost health center.
Facility in question, SHA says the dispensary was upgraded to a level 4 hospital. However, it retained its original bank account name, hence the reason why it had a Nyandiwa dispensary in its list of facilities paid. Nyandiwa dispensary exists in the Social Health Authority's website, and that it was licensed by KMPDC in Rural and Urban Hospitals Association of Kenya has also poked holes into SHA's payment for services rendered.
Now, this facility, according to the story here, is that it was wired 20 million shillings. But the facility has been abandoned for close to 10 years. Now, if you look at the picture that is circulating here, if even the gate is already telling it that this is not something that is existing. It's like a ghost facility. The lawyer went ahead to give an example of in the past when 50 million was wired to an non-existent Bomet High School. That was on the education part. Someone creates a facility. The facility is not operational, but the facility receives money. So the big question is who actually manages this facility. Remember, when Ruto took over this government, he promised that NHIF was rogue and that he was going to come up with something better. Something better is like SHA, something that is going to be corruption-free. But what we are seeing, ladies and gentlemen, is something totally different from what was promised by William Samoei Ruto. So what was promised is not what has been delivered. And before we explore this story further, because this is touching on Duale's ministry, and Duale has been all over us, telling us about how SHA is the most, it's the best that Kenyans can ever had as opposed to NHIF. So first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to encourage you to support the work we do on this channel by liking this video, subscribe to this channel, and thank you so much for all of you who've been supporting us by liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. Now, Willis Otieno must have helped Kenyans with a lot of information when he decided to disclose something concerning what is happening behind the scene in SHA. How did they pay 20 million to a facility like Nyandiwa Health Center? Are they trying to tell us that it's a computer error? Someone would just say that, oh, that was a computer error. Maybe he wanted to type something else. Then they ended up typing Nyandiwa Health Center. Based on the picture on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, the gate. That gate tells it all. That gate, ukiangalia ni kama ni gate ilifunguliwa, is it 10 years ago, 20 years ago, how many years ago? It's like a place that has been deserted. You've seen a building ambao watu walikuwa naishi, and then watu wakahama. That building huwa inakuja mpaka manyasi, na kama ilikuwa iko inamea ndani, because there's no one to take care of the gardening and the like. Inamea mpaka inavuka kwamba hii ni place ambayo exists. For a facility like this, the one that is being shared here, abandoned facility, hii wepaka geti memea mpaka juu. If you look at ndani pia, ukiangalia ndani vizuri unapata kwamba manyasi pale yamemea zaidi. For something to look like this, inamaanisha kwamba this is a facility that has been abandoned for long. You see, imekuwa abandoned for long. Now, how the accountants ended up paying this facility without some pre-auth, without some request, without anything, how they ended up paying this facility, that is what lawyer Willis Otieno thinks. He the corruption number one. So when Ruto talked about bribery and the like, he did not mention something on SHA. Duale has been talking about SHA corruption, saying that facilities hike, they hike their bills. But Duale has not addressed this part whereby a facility that is not in existence, or rather it's in existence but is abandoned, how did it receive this 20 million? Who is actually managing this account of this facility? Why did it receive that? That is the main reason why people still don't buy the story of William Ruto. Most people don't buy the story of William Ruto because this is a very, very huge indicator that something is not right. And I think Ruto nasikia anakuja leo ama kesho, today being the 23rd of August, said that leo ama kesho nasikia anakuja na. So when Ruto tours or lands back in Kenya, this corruption already being witnessed in SHA, I think this is something that Ruto ought to have addressed in his remarks when he was trying to expose the bribery claims on the members of parliament. Remember, EACC has not indicated its that auditing SHA is part of it, or rather investigating SHA is part of it. But we know Auditor General is going to do some audit, come up with the results from its audit, then probably a report is going to be handed over to the EACC, who of course are going to do something about SHA. But the news that has already been shared widely is that there is a lot of corruption in SHA, and facilities are being awarded money without them, even offering services to the people. So if SHA these days you offer a service, then you're paid based on the numbers, then outcomes 20 million was dispersed to SHA. This is the most interesting part which Kenyans are talking about. How comes? So first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, very kindly go below in the comment section. You can tell us about what you think about Willis Otieno's remarks. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.
As controversy continues to surround the payment of claims by the Social Health Authority to its service providers, Friday, SHA refuted claims of disbursing 19 million shillings to a bank account of a non-existent facility in Homa Bay County. Through a statement sent to newsrooms, the authority says the disbursed amount was received by Nyandiwa Level 4 Hospital, which formerly went by the name Nyandiwa Dispensary. According to its August 2025 disbursement schedule as seen by KTN, SHA paid 19,998,720 shillings to Nyandiwa Dispensary in its first disbursement.